Welcome to Knoxville, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, where the hymn of choice is good old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Volunteers will kick it away to start us off. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team.
And the Kentucky
21.
will take over first and 10.
This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Here's the handoff. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
From the gun, give on the inside. Gets behind those pads, picks up 4 on the play, but it's still a 4th down and 3. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. And he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He lets it fly. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Back attacking this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Brings up second down.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to throw. It's Bean. Gets rid of it. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the...
Going deep. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. Open space at the 25. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollard.
Yeah, it's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them.
And the balls are rolling down the field. Using his feet.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
So after the first down run, here's 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Bean. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
He'll take a deep shot here. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Volunteers. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Kentucky 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run play action. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it inside the 15. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Touchdown, Kentucky. Number 44 with the carry.
Getting set for the point after. And it's perfect. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. Their defense better do something different.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Gets it past the marker. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Tennessee.
Second down coming up. Looking to pass. It's Bean. Got his man quickly. Rams him with the stiff arm.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The Volunteers are flying down the field. Out of the gun, the inside give. And they try the middle of the stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
On the play. 2nd down.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. On the option. He'll toss it. At the 35, he's open. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
The Vols have it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Dropping back, it's Bean. He finds his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you're running back.
Touchdown, Tennessee! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Utah was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Utes team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Goes to the option. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down mark. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
When you're a
You're good clicking off ass.
coaches are going to dial up
They got it clicking off like a motherfucker.
especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Motion from the offense. He'll set up to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. On second down, he'll let it fly. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it inside the 25. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Good enough for a first down.
A new set of downs after the completion. He wants to throw. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Dropping back, it's Bean. Looking to buy time. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Tennessee 14, Kentucky 7.
Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Big gain on that one as he stepped out of bounds with a first down.
Oh, man, what a run. He wanted to get it in the house, but nice explosive play in the run game to get all the way down to the 1 point.
Great effort by him. I'd expect this offense now to try to go fast, punch this thing in using tempo.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and goal.
29 Philly.
Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner will be brought down. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down...
Afterburner's coming. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a man, it's Bean. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Leaves it with the back. Gets behind those pads, picks up 4 on the play, but it's still a 4th down and 3.
Coming up, 4th down.
You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Kentucky!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Trying to barge their way in. He's not going to get there as this defense stops the two-point conversion attempt, and they hang on to this slim lead.
Tennessee, 21, Kentucky.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Set to advance on the football.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Touch pass on the run. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Give to the back. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. And the Volunteers will bring the punt team onto the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
And the Vols have it with a 1st and goal. The back goes in motion. Power ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Vols! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Vanderbilt is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 14 to Auburn. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll throw it on first down. It's complete on the right side. At the 40, there he goes. Got a lot of running room. Inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Wildcats. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Scanning the field, it's Bean. It's complete to the left. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Pulls and fired complete. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
So difficult because my eyes tell me he's a defensive guy. He's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Trying to find his man on first down. Got the back over the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the 3rd. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Volunteers look to keep this drive humming. A designed run for the quarterback. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. To the air, it's Bean. Buying some time. He'll pull it down. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll give it to the back. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Kentucky, 26.
First down to start the drive after the break.
Here we go.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Off play action. Coming after him. They get to him as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Bean. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
I tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Lets it go. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the 4th quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Touchdown, Volunteer! How about that D coming up with a play like that? What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate...
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
On first down, here comes this offense.
Jackrabbit.
It's a reverse. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
What great discipline showed by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football, not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
325.
To the air, it's Bean. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
They're bringing heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Fires left. It's caught downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. They'll try the run. He breaks a tackle. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Not much running room. He's got one down to the 12.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They'll leave it with him. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
All right, now through the quarterback, you got to know in this game, you better be ready every snap. You better know where the pressure is coming from because this defense is going to bring it from all over the place.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lets it fly. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. Past the 45. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Tennessee! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4 and 1. Why not double the try total and go for 2? The option look. Smashes through. He gets into the end zone for the 2, and that is big. It's now a 3-possession game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a scintillating 57-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Fair catch called for and made. The offense set for a 1st down play. They'll run the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever. Right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
He makes the connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
He's gone out of bounds at the 41. 1st down for the offense.
And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Kentucky.
One more play to pad the stats. These corners going to give them some space. Little touch pass to the receiver. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.